What's going on, everybody? It's 10:48. 10:48 is Friday, April the 10th. New Wave Radio, New Wave Podcast. We in the building. Shout out to everybody that's out there still quarantining, being safe, being careful. Everybody on the safe side out there, just chilling, taking it light tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only right. It's only right. Big up to everybody that's out there being safe, just indoors, practicing their social distancing. They staying within 6 feet from people. They're being responsible. They're taking precautions. They you know what I mean. They still gotta work. You still gotta do what you gotta do, but you're being smart about everything. Being smart about everything. You're not being irresponsible. You're not out there fucking rollerblading and shit. You know, shout out to everybody that's just out there living a life, man. Is doing what they gotta do. It's adjustments that we had to make, and we making the right adjustments, man. Peace and love to everybody. Yesterday we had some good topics. We talked about James Harden and Damian Lillard. You know, big fan of those guys, but like I said, Damian Lillard is the man. Let me send out these invitations real quick for everybody that's on Instagram and stuff like that. I want to get, because I had something in mind today to the podcast. I wanted to give my podcast to listeners a treat. I wanted to give them a chance to hear people, you know, spit some bars. So if I got people that's on here that's willing and ready to come on here and spit some bars, so be it. If not, we got topics at hand that we can get into. Send the invitations out to a few people. I sent them out. So if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. You know, we have the topics up. But I just wanted to give my podcasters a treat. The people that don't get on Instagram Live and stuff like that. And people that listen to the podcast on any platform that I'm on. You know, any platform that you see me on. But today the topics I wanted to talk about are the stimulus checks. You know, it's a lot of people saying they got them. A lot of people saying they don't. Is it fake news or is it believable? I want to talk about, do you miss sports? Was sports a part of your life to the fact that you missed it? Because I really didn't watch. I mean, I watched sports, but it had to be a certain game for me to watch. I was more into the highlights. So I'm good with my highlight reels. You know what I mean? Even though we don't have sports, I still watch my highlights. Web series and acting. Web series and acting. And I also wanted to get into my top 5 comedians. Plus one. Honorable mention. My top 5 comedians plus one is the honorable mention. And I'm going to tell you, for those out there, my top 5, I do have a female in my top 5. I have a female in my top 5. So I didn't want to sound like corny and just have a bunch of dudes in my top 5. I have a female in my top 5. You know, so if nobody comes on, we'll be getting into that. And we're not going to sit around and wait. But so we're going to talk about these stimulus checks and and will you be getting them? And are they coming? So I was browsing social media today. I'm browsing, thumbing through stuff. And I'm looking, and I see a lot of people saying their checks are pending in their account. It says stimulus check, IRS stimulus check pending. A few people even said they have the check. So you got people out here that are saying they got the stimulus check, they received it in the mail, in their direct deposit. So even my brother, he said, "Yo, check your account. They saying those checks are in the mail or in the air." I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm not even really checking for a stimulus check, but I just looked just to see. I didn't see no stimulus, nothing. My regular money was in my account. Now, I'm honestly think it's like fake news. It's fake. And people are saying, yo, these checks. But I went on Google. I took it a step further. I went on Google and I Googled. I said, when will the stimulus checks be arriving? And they said next week. They should be in people's account next week. Or they should be sent out next week. Next week. Maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday. But next week, people should be getting these checks. 1,200. Who knows what it might be? It might be something. 500. 1,800. We never know. You never know what it's gonna be because you don't even know if you're gonna really get it. Who knows what's gonna happen? Like, I don't know if you filed your taxes and you did everything the right way. You know what I'm saying? You should be receiving these checks in the mail. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But when you get the checks, the thing that comes to mind is, what are the people gonna spend the checks on? What are you gonna spend this money on? All right, you know what I'm saying? All right, you get 1,200. They give you $1,200. What do you do with your 1,200? A lot of people need food. A lot of people need their utilities paid, their mortgages, their rent. They need money. Like $1,200 is not a lot of money. $1,200 is basically $1,200 in New York is a 1-bedroom apartment. So in New York City they getting they 1,200. Somebody might get 1,200, and they might have to pay their rent. That's rent right there. It's not even really. I don't even think that's rent. I think the rent in New York is what, like 18 for 1 bedroom. Renting. You know what I mean? I don't even think they're paying. I don't even think 1,200 covers the rent in New York City. I'm not sure. But I know in Pennsylvania, $1,200 it might cover your mortgage. Your mortgage might be 12. Just could be less than that. Could be a little bit more than that, depending on what type of house you got, what type of deal you got as far as the mortgage company goes. But 1,200 is not going to cover much, but it's something to somebody. Now, how you spend it is on you, because I think a lot of people, all they're going to do is go to Walmart and buy the same stuff they've been buying when we were in quarantine. So people are going to be on quarantine. So people on quarantine right now, they're buying basic like groceries. They're spending their money. They're buying like little things here and there. They're getting this and they're getting that. But when they get these $1,200, they're going to run right to Walmart or Target or wherever, and they're going to spend that money on the same thing that they've been buying all this time. Great value products, nobody's going to spend, it's like, let's be real. Who's paying their bills with that 1,200? Really paying their bills with that 1,200? You tucking that. You're gonna tuck that 12, and you're gonna spend it on whatever you spend it on. You're probably gonna go grab a couple bottles of Hennessy. You probably gonna go buy a couple ounces of weed. That's party money. That's club money. You know? So people, it's all about how you spend that money. And what I don't understand is that how people can be so like hype about it. Like especially if you know you ain't gonna do nothing with the money. I mean, it's $1,200. It's $1,200. 6, 12. It's 2 paychecks. That's 2 paychecks for the average person minus taxes. I mean, you get probably like five something in your paycheck. You think about it, the average American makes what, $19 an hour times 8. You know. So there you go. That's your math right there. You're getting 2 paychecks. So they have you out of work for all this time, and then they reimburse you with $1,200. Let's think about it. Really nothing that deep. It ain't that serious. It's not that serious. On my podcast, I'm drinking a Budweiser right now. Glass of Budweiser, having a beer. While I do this podcast. Instagram Live, I'm drinking my brew. You know what I do. So that's the stimulus. That's the topic of today was the stimulus check, and what are you gonna do with the $1,200 when you get it? If you're gonna do anything with it. Some people, like I said, might tuck it. Now, I wanted to transition into the sports realm because I wanted to know, like, do you miss sports? Was it really a part of your life to the fact that you miss it? You miss it like, oh man, I missed my fucking sports. Need my sports. What is it painful to you to not watch sports? Like, some people like to compete. Some people love that competitive nature. A lot of people out here just want to want to watch sports. They want to be a part of something. They want to be like, yeah, they want to watch their favorite basketball team, baseball team. You know what I mean? I like to go to the game. I like to attend the games. So I like the energy. I like watching the ballers on the court. Just, you know what I'm saying? And throughout time, I've been going to basketball games for a long time. And I've been sitting all the way up to the damn nosebleed section. And then I've been working my way down as I got older, like lower, to mid-level. Then to like damn near, I graduated to courtside. So sometimes I sit down on the lower level courtside. You know what I mean? My feet not touching the wood or anything like that. But I'm courtside. I'm like 2 rows away from the court. 3 rows away from the actual court. So I like to sit and I like to hear. I like to see the players. I like to yell at the players and talk to them and give them 5 and tell them good shot. You know what I mean? And when they walk into the tunnel and they at the end of the game, like, yo, what's going on, man? Next time you gotta win. You gotta hit that shot next time. I like to be a part of the game. When I'm at a football game, I have to sit very close. I cannot sit all the way up and depend on watching the Jumbotron the whole time. It's like, what did I spend all my money for? So I want to sit as close as I can sit at a football game, and I want to enjoy it. I want to hear the helmets crack. I want to talk shit to the players. I want to yell at them. With the opposing team, I want to yell at them. I want to say all types of crazy shit to them. So I miss that part of sports. because I couldn't go to no Sixers games, no Laker. I'm definitely, you know what I mean. That's where I go. I'm a Laker fan, but I go to the Sixer games because that's where I'm at. I'm in Philly. You know, I might occasionally. Last year, me and my wife, we caught a Knicks game. We caught the Knicks. We watched the Knicks play last year. It was decent. Seeing them out there in the garden, sitting 3 rows away from the court. We at the Garden. Who wouldn't take those seats? You know, we sitting in Madison Square Garden. We watching the game. We got our drinks, our Hennessy and stuff like that. But the thing about the Madison Square Garden, it was really, it wasn't exciting because they were losing. And also, it wasn't exciting because of the prices. You know, they raised the prices on everything, like Hennessy, like $30 and stuff like that. It's just like, come on, dog. Like, really? It's just like, you know, they take the excitement out of sports with the pricing, like going to Yankee Stadium. You get to Yankee Stadium, you love the Yankees so much. You love the Yankees. I was looking forward to the season opener. You love the Yankees. You root for them. You die-hard fans. Then when you get to the Yankee Stadium, you see the prices of everything. You like, really? Really? Nah, I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. I can't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? You're just not excited. The excitement is really not even at the actual game. The excitement is at the bars outside of the stadium. The excitement is all at the bars outside of the stadium, especially when the fans are into it. When the fans are like yelling and screaming, it's a close game and you win and everybody jumps off out of their seat. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. I miss that part of sports. I don't really care about watching sports too much. I watch, like I said, I watch a lot of highlights. I like to be a part of the game. In the game. You know, it really doesn't matter to me watching it on TV. I can care less about that. I have to be there. You know, I'm one of those. I'm hands on. I'm hands on with it. I have to be at the game. I don't care if it's high school basketball. I gotta be at the high school basketball games. I gotta see the young talent. I gotta see the young talent. I gotta see the young guys balling and hooping and shooting their threes and crossing over. I gotta see the moves there. I wanna be there. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. It's almost like that part of me is gone. No more of it until we figure this shit out. And summertime, you know, baseball is what we do. We love going to the baseball games. We love going to the Phillies game, just the stadium, just walking around. And then after the game, we go to the Xfinity Lounge, Xfinity Live. We go drink beers over there. We watch highlights on the big TV. But when you at the game and you just going around, you eating the Chickies and Pete's fries, and you just feel the energy, the vibe is right. Everything just feels good when you're there. It's just not even here. It's not there no more. That's what I'm talking about when I say the energy is gone as far as sports goes. You know? And I feel as though I feel bad for actual athletes. I don't feel bad for them financially because I can't feel bad for them financially. And Monday we might talk about these rich people in quarantine. But I feel bad for them because the world took a piece of them away, something that they do. You know, their job is to dribble and play sports and entertain. That's what they love to do and compete. They like to compete. Their job is to compete. Just play the game. They get paid to play a sport they love. Whether it be basketball, hockey, football, tennis, anything. And now they took away their job. They took away from them. So these guys and these girls, these women, they can't play sports. So I'm pretty sure they miss it too. Because they're a part of the game. They're in the game. They're actually playing in this game. Putting up numbers and shots and finger rolls. Tennis and baseball, football. We don't know about football yet, but we did lose the XFL. And today I just read that they laid off all of their workers, employees. They don't know what's going to happen. So it's like, man, it affected everybody as far as sports. So, like, when I ask you, do you miss sports? What part of sports do you miss? What part of the game do you miss? Do you miss watching it on TV? Or do you miss being there? Like me, I miss being there. Tailgating. We do all that. Tailgate, everything. Do you miss being there? You know? Let me know in the comments on the podcast. I had a conversation with my brother the other day. Yesterday, matter of fact. One of my brothers we were talking about. And today's Sibling Day. Happy Sibling Day to everybody. Me and my younger brother, we were talking about these web series. You know, people were big on. I never really watched web series and like that. You know what I mean? I bore easily, especially when I'm watching something like a web series. I bore easily. It's hard to make me like something if it's unprofessional. And I respect talent. I respect the grind. I respect the hustle. I like everything that these people do. I mean, I'm a part of it. I'm with it. I'm here. I'm trying to get to the top also. But I'm watching watching highlights. We just looking at certain things. And it mentioned us a particular. I'm not gonna name the web series because a few of the actors are on my friends list or Instagram. They follow me, we follow back. So I'm not gonna name the web series. But my brother was like, yo, the acting on that, I tried to watch it, man, the acting is terrible, dog, it's trash. Like, he like, yo, how can you go from watching something with Morgan Freeman to watching that? I said, yo, dog. He said they could have at least tried. You know, a lot of people don't even try. You know what they do? They wing it. And they put all of their energy into promoting the bullshit. They put all of their energy into promoting the bullshit. So they get you, they done built it up. They done hyped it up so good that you watch this shit and you like, what? You know, and some of them have like a cult following, whereas though they got like the neighborhood loves it because these dudes that shoot these podcasts, they shoot these web series, they used to be somebody in the neighborhood. So now they like trying to be somebody, they're trying to put their life on camera, their old school life on camera. What they supposedly did, they're trying to put it out there. Like make people like welcome to my world type shit. But the acting is terrible. Like if you could have, like like a lot of these guys like that do these web series, you do know you can go to like a school of the fine arts or something and hire actors and actresses to be in your film. But I don't think they want to go that route. I think they want to be as organic as possible and use their friends and shit like that and use their peoples. Like, yo, my homie from back in the days, I want him to be in this shit. So you could say that you put him in it. But the shit still look corny. At the end of the day, the shit's still corny. The shit whack. Like the acting is terrible. It's trash. You know what I mean? And I don't think people understand, like, it's levels to this shit. It's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an actor. I don't be in movies and shit like that, waving my hands all crazy. But what I'm saying is that it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. You gotta be as professional as possible. The shit gotta look good. Not just YouTube good, the shit gotta look good. The shit gotta look as fucking good as possible. Like, you motherfuckers put so much energy into, like I said, into creating the vision. You put so much energy into creating a vision, like you'll pay a motherfucker to do the most craziest graphics. And then when the motherfucker turn, when somebody hit play, the audio fucked up, the lighting fucked up, the actors can't act. All that shit plays a part in making a film, dog. Like, you can't just put a fucking camera in somebody's face and say, yo, say you bust your gun. That shit gonna look stupid, dog. That shit gotta be crispy. It gotta be crispy. It gotta be fire. It gotta work. It gotta be the shit. You know what I mean? Like when people doing movies and they shooting films, they shoot films for they shoot films for down the line. They don't shoot films for today or tomorrow. They shoot films for the future. They want motherfuckers to see this shit 10 years from now and be like, damn, this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Like 25 years from now when they see these web series, they gonna be like, yo, these motherfuckers was corny as shit. Look what the fuck he doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on no web, because there's some good ass web series out there. There's some fire shit out there. Some official shit. But out of every 5 web series, you probably got 2 good ones. Out of every 5, you probably got 2 good ones. And we're going to say 5 because it's a bunch of them out there. It's like a whole bunch of them out there. You know what I'm saying? But and like most of them all the acting is like terrible, dog. The acting is crap. So when people see this shit, you know what I mean? You, like I said, they got like a cult following. They got like people from the neighborhood like that shit. And they be running with that shit like, yo, you know what I mean? But the minute you shit on one of them people from your hood, they gonna say your shit was whack. They gonna tell you the truth. Motherfuckers tell you the truth when you let them down. You let a motherfucker down and they gonna tell you the truth. They gonna be like, yo, your web series was corny as fuck. That shit wasn't shit. You ain't getting no money off that shit. You gonna be broke. You gonna be in the hood just like me. And what? You gonna be smoking Reggie. You know what I mean? Because that's how motherfuckers are. So to prove them wrong, you gotta make that shit tight from the beginning to the fucking end. That shit got to be a smash. You know, don't let them do the first take. No, it ain't the first take. Cut, do it over. Cut, do it over. Cut, do it over. We're going to take it from here. Say it like this. Don't just ad-lib shit. Don't just wing it. All right, that's good enough for the camera because it's not. See, what you see with your eyes is different from what's on camera. What you see with your eyes is not the same thing that you see on camera. The shit you see on camera is the shit that's going to be out there for the world to see. So you got to put it in that box. You got to put it in that little frame. You got to have it in that frame. Everything got to be in that frame. The correct way. Not just some lopsided, shaky bullshit. The shit got to be right. The words got to be right. The color got to be right. The lighting got to be right. Everything got to be right. You can't just do a web series and think your shit gonna be popping because you did it. Or because you got the boy that wrote this web series and he popping, was popping. So just because he did that don't mean it might not have the same formula. The formula could have been different for what he did last time. You feel me? The formula could have been different. Now he using a different formula. You gotta get in. You gotta adjust. You have to adjust. You have to adjust. You have to make adjustments. You have to make your shit official, like popping. Storyline gotta be right. Everything gotta be right. Nothing can be wrong. That's just it. That's just it. And we had this conversation yesterday, and it was a little wild, a little more X-rated, because we was shitting on motherfuckers, because the motherfuckers need that shit. Motherfuckers need to get shitted on. In their face, though. Not behind their back. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody doing them pet web series, though, man. You know what I mean? Big ups to y'all. Doing a fucking good job. If your shit is right. At least one thing I can congratulate is the ambition. The ambition. That's on 100. You get 100 for that. So we gotta end this with, I'm talking about my top 5 comedians. I told you guys I had a top 5 comedians. My top 5 comedians are no specific order, but I will put a number. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put them in order after I name them. I got Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Bernie Mac, and the female, some more. I'm a big fan of some more. She's funny as fuck. She is funny. And my honorable mention would be Cat Williams. Now let me give you the number. Let me put them in order. I'll put Bernie Mac first, Dave Chappelle second, Chris Rock 3, Martin 4, and some more 5. Yeah, I still would have to have Cat Williams as an honorable mention because he's not top 5. So Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Martin, and some more. But Cat Williams is honorable mention. Shout out to Cat Williams. We ain't hear nothing from him in a minute. I fucks with Cat Williams. He funny. He's a funny dude. I like Cat Williams. I like, you know what I'm saying? He got style. He brought something different to the comedy game. He really showed his ass with the comedy. So I fucks with Cat Williams. Cat Williams is that dude. You know? Shout out to everybody that's gonna be tuning in to the podcast on all major platforms. Thank you everybody for tuning in. It's New Wave Radio, New Wave Podcast. We'll be back Monday, and we'll be turned up again, and we'll be talking, we'll be kicking it. Thank you everybody for sharing if you share, and I appreciate you. One love.